they were waiting for you to create the right environment to bombard him with all these thoughts and contemplations and aha moments, right? So because now you change your mindset about this connection, he's now, I'm getting a headache, to be honest. Remember what we said, that he's now looking closer, what were the cards? Looking closer, questioning everything, right? I think he's thinking about the past, his past mistakes, which is good, which shows accountability, his past mistakes in your connection. We're going to go through this in a moment. But also because we have this past life, and we also mentioned this in your part, it was a big thing, you healing those past lives. I think that things that he's thinking of are things that were really strongly tying him to pain that you went through in the lives that you shared together. Does it make sense? If you've watched this from the beginning, it's going to make sense. So he would be thinking about, I am hearing hot-headed, so maybe he is a little hot-headed, saying things sometimes without thinking, causing pain with words. There is this energy of being possessive, bossy, pretentious, this out of balance Leo kind of energy, focusing on money. We have desanitized as well, emotionally detached due to fear of unwanted. So maybe he was very in your connection, very emotionally detached, and maybe this is something that I really feel he's clearing, like this masculines for a very long time, right? On this journey, subconsciously, they clear karma, they clear karmic contracts, because their dominion is the physical, the matrix. We talked about this, right? But I feel like we're on this last rodeo when they cleansing specifically the pain and the karma linked to your past lives, the ones that you shared, that it never worked out, because it never worked out. It's the grand finale. Again, I've explained this in previous parts. Every single time, those would be the biggest issues, right? So he would be focusing on shallow things of life, which is money, possessions, materialistic things, distractions, just detached emotionally completely from the heart. Very bossy, very show off, very shallow, very superficial, saying hurtful things, right? Stubbornness, I'm hearing as well, constantly just no. And with these two that we have, the false flame and the obvious opinions, this connection is not real, that he never believed it. He never believed it. I feel like this masculine, and maybe he never allowed himself to believe in this or other lifetimes that this connection was something that could come into fruition, that was real. There's a very strong energy that all these cards, right? There's a very strong energy of shallowness of this world. Like he never conquered the matrix in the past lives. Choosing shallowness, choosing lust, choosing materialistic things. I feel this is it, because it's sort of I'm a bit surprised with the spread. Like this is the final part, and if you've watched previous parts, so beautiful. That's why let's do what's coming in your connection in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'm hearing. Okay. Um, I feel like there's an inner turmoil happening now within the both of you. That's why you're so focused. But you would be perceiving this differently. Maybe you had thoughts, this collective, that you're sitting a little bit in a void recently. Again, we walk this journey together, right? So there would be an inner turmoil within you, within both of you, change of mindset, revelations, aha moments, but you go through this differently because you are already healed, you're already there, you're in your divine feminine, right? So the incoming emotions, thoughts, downloads, ascensions, you receive them differently because you've done this, right? You know how to deal with this. Whereas for him, it's a little bit new, right? It's not something that he's used to, because the masculines, they walk this journey under the veil of avoidance and they stay in the matrix, right? So I feel this is a sort of a pre-awakening storm. There's going to be realizations about how powerful you both are, that this really can work, to be honest, that this really can work. I feel there's going to be there's this energy of standing in one's truth, accepting the truth. I'm excited. I have this feeling of strength. I have a lot of major arcana, really beautiful cards. I feel, you guys, I feel it's coming, but it's still gonna be a while, all right? I feel very important things are happening right now in the background. Maybe this is why in order for them to go through all this shebang, because remember, we're one consciousness. This is why in the beginning, when we go through this, they go into avoidance, because we cannot go through this together. It would be too much, right? So we go through the craziness and they go into avoidance. They don't care. They dig deep in their karmic matrix life to give us sort of a space. It's like the other soul is a bit dormant in the 5D, so we can go through all this, right? And once we are ready to hold space for them, but consciously, so this is usually this moment when we sit in this void, when we create that welcoming, we're very much in surrendering, very much in, right? This is when they can go through all these things. So there's certain things now that are going to be happening. I am feeling this pre-awakening moment leading to his Satori. Really accepting that shadows are not your enemy, that you can heal them, you can integrate them, you can surrender to your journey, you can surrender to your path, you can surrender to your storm. The lovers. The star. The star. You're getting me emotional. Temperance. This is all major arcanas almost. Are you seeing this? One more. If it's Four of Wands, I'm gonna we have the Chariot, you guys. We have the Chariot. We have Nine of Wands as well. I stand by what I said. I think this is a preparation. How long will it take? I don't know. I think you're not supposed to know. I think you're not supposed to know. But this is your last chapter. This is your last chapter. Do you know, you guys, how I always say that this is a preparation to break no contact, right? When he will be ready to break no contact, you will be now sitting in a void. You will be now sitting in your hermit, sitting in your welcoming environment. You already lived the life that you were supposed to live. Certain things maybe didn't come into fruition, but you're in full surrender now. You understand that you were the prize, you were the objective, and you are who you were supposed to be. How things will unravel now, you're really surrendering to it. So keep sitting in this surrender. Keep sitting in this, I trust. I trust in God. I trust in the divine. I trust I will be shown the way. Keep focusing on what's really important. Keep holding this energy of love within you, within your womb, within your frequency, the welcoming energy of love. Nothing but love. And this will create this space for him to really heal, to really understand, to really release all those things that we were talking about. That those were all, I keep hearing those past lives. So if you do have those thoughts, if you do, whatever you do, don't change your practice, but whatever you do, if you do past life meditations, if you do this with a shamanic healer, if you do this on your own, if you get visions for dreams, if you get downloads from watching movies, remember what we said, whatever that is, however you deal with that healing, continue to do that and focus on that. Don't force it. Don't look for new ways of doing it. Just continue to do it, right? Because there's a past life release that he needs to release. He needs to realize. And he may not be realizing that he's doing it for a past life. He may be thinking that he's dealing with it from this lifetime. But these are all patterns, right? From beyond. So choosing shallowness and everything that we said, he's gonna heal that. He's going to believe in miracles, in perfect life, in dream come true, in worthiness as well. Because you're sitting in your worthiness. Remember we said that when we were talking, I think, about your path or about your healing. And there's going to be a lot of progress. For him, it's going to be, I always say it's always darkest before the dawn. This darkness before the dawn, he will feel it as an inner tower turmoil. I cannot sleep, so many thoughts and aha moments and revelations. For you it will be just peace, because we've already been there. There's no need for us, and when they go through these things we subconsciously feel it, but there's no need for us to do this again. We've done this. Now we can hold space for them. So send him love, hold space for him. It's coming, but how long it's gonna take. And I always say this, you guys, when they're ready to break no contact, they break no contact. And from there, for some pairings, it's weeks to get into union, months. And for some pairings, it can still be a cycle, right? So 9 months, up to even 12. So depending where you are on your cycle. So it's really, it's still a journey. Maybe I will tap into, I feel like I'm going to give you a breather, this collective, and maybe in a month or so, approaching the end of the year, we'll tap into where you are if I'll feel guided. But you got this. You got this. You're divine feminine. You're sitting in your strength. You're sitting in love. You've created union. As a creatrix, you're sitting in a welcoming environment. It's only a matter of time, and at this point, really, it's divine timing. You wouldn't even be, if this is truly your collective, you wouldn't be sitting here and thinking, but tell me how long, and maybe you can pull one more card. There's a reason I said, I don't know, and I don't think you should know, and I don't think you want to know. It's like you really sit in this place. I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to be soon. sometimes soon, when we say soon in spirituality, you would know this collective, it may as well mean a year. But it doesn't matter, because at this point you are sitting in love and your fulfillment. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. All right, this has been a beautiful reading. I hope you have an amazing week ahead. I love you so incredibly much. And I'll be back tomorrow with a different collective. And yeah, maybe I'll still have a pleasure to tapping into this collective. But you already have it. It's already yours.